So I'll send it to the casters for right now.
Thank you, Tsunami. Any anime references you got?
Whoever gets a Lotus Orb first pretty much wins the game here. That's my reference. But I think these two drafts are very hard to read. They're like very Southeast Asian type of a draft where like you don't have these traditional carry that's just gonna go super late game. You have a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I feel like OB Neon can still take it.
Yeah.
Just 55-45 here.
Ooh, so you got it close. I got burned the last time I didn't say Neon, and I feel like I can't do that again. So I have to go Neon once more. So I'm going to stick with Neon. I'm going to stick with my boy Yopaj. But also, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we see a lot here from CTM. Because I think...
Yeah, no problem. He changed his nickname like 3 times already. Just keep... there should be a limit how many times you can change a Dota. Like, is this it? Is this your final answer? Is this what you want to play for the next 5 years? This is it. Sign it. So, so we can get done with it. And, yeah, imagine if people just change the nickname every single day. Is that even... That's a possibility also, right?
I don't know if it would be possible in DPC. I'm pretty sure it has to get like approved to change or something like that. Or once you're locked in with that name, you're locked in with that name. But every season you can change it. Potentially.
Unfortunately, we only have 2 seasons. So we can change it only 2 times per season, per year.
But you could just mess with people all the time.
Oh, I believe Boomy, he actually denied the bounty rune. Natsumi was about to pick it up, and he also dealt some damage to it. Safe lane Void Spirit, not something that we've seen often. I think he's just the same hero whenever you play him from mid or the safe lane pretty much. It's just you don't get the levels as early on.
That's why I have a feeling that we're going to see CTM probably take a little bit more priority on the farm as the game goes on.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, because Nature's Prophet, he scales much better than Void Spirit with the items, so they might give him farm priority. Right now, they're just laning at top against Luna, against Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit's trying to pull the wave, just block the small camp as well. It's very hard right now to do both things at the same time. Like if you're trying to pull the wave and block the small camp while you're doing it, you're probably not gonna make it. You need to tank some damage while doing it.
Boomy. Might be first blood here. I'll have to see. Doesn't seem at the moment. Gets the salve off. But now the arrow. I don't know if that's enough distance, Boomy. Just trying to get denied by neutrals. And
Januel is like, what is he doing there? I think he could have actually got an extra hit and just kill him there.
Yeah. He didn't want to steal first blood away from his course.
No, from the mud golems, like, you just let them get a kill.
Yeah. Now they get first blood. It would be cool if they were worth more now. Just that camp in particular. But he has confidence that someone on his team is going to get first blood. And he didn't need it. I respect it. So we're seeing a lot more of this Snapfire. Tim's, who's gone Scatterblast, Fire Snap, Cookie, and then we should see heavy numbers into the little Shredder.
Usually you start with the little Shredder. I've seen people completely skipping Scatterblast, but this time around maybe he just wants to have a bit more damage against the Treants in this lane. So he's gonna go for an old school build. We'll have to see. Like just putting another point in Scatterblast. Also, you are dealing with the melee position 4, so whenever he gets close, unfortunately, Earth Spirit is still level 1, so no roll.
And no roll to go with that Boulder Smash. Pretty simple right now. Boomy taking a lot of damage. The silence is there. Oh god, another big shot from Joel, and that's stopping the salve. Bach taking some damage here too, and the pressure is just coming out from Neon in this bottom lane. And you look at the CS at the moment, it looks really good for
Boomy
Neon.
is dead. He's dead. Like he was just waiting. This is actually the second first blood.
Tied twice. The score is only 1-0. Breaking the numbers.
They're doing very well on the bottom lane. Like Void Spirit is 18 and 8, Bloodseeker only 9 CS, Enchantress not even taking a creep. so that Mirana can kill it. I like the way he's playing. Like, there's no point in taking the creep because Mirana will just one-shot it anyway.
Right.
So you just focus on dealing the damage, slowing them down with the enchant. We'll try to go for a pull.
We've seen some enchantresses, even from the support role, start to output a lot of damage. Like, unexpectedly, a lot of damage.
Yeah, this hero really scales well. It's pure damage, so it's always going to be good. Later on, when the BKBs are down, like hero slow duration when enchant is maxed out is 6 seconds. 6 seconds slow, like you're literally not moving.
You're not getting away, that's for sure. Over mid, Yopaj just doing his thing, 22-4 to Armel 17-3. He knows how to play this matchup. He plays the puck quite often, so not surprised that he's doing well here. Gets that deny. The deny on the range creep, and we can see Neon already extending into a 1K lead pretty much strictly just by farming at the moment.
Now Davion doing really well on the mid lane. He's level 5, he puts a point in a stun, has enough mana regen with the Soul Ring, Magic Wand. Like, they can't kill this hero. Like, no matter what you need to bring possibly 3 heroes.
I want to go for Bach. The silence is there from the Blood Right. Aether Remnant helped Bach in place, but they just didn't have the damage to follow it up. And now the Courier of Jean-Well goes down. Boomy eats a lot of damage for it, but he's happy with the Courier. He's happy with the gold going to his team. 35 gold for everybody.
So I'm just thinking who they need to bring to actually kill the Dragon Knight. They need to have Coil online. They need to bring like Mirana with the arrow, possibly either a Bloodseeker or Snapfire, just to, you know, be able to deal with him because he's super tanky. Once you get that power trash, he's gonna have like 1300 HP, ton of regen. He's almost level 6. Like, I expect the Mirana to rotate possibly to the mid lane and stop the push. Coming out from the Dragon Knight, just one-shot the catapult with the arrow. It's going to be a bottle refill. No, it's not a bottle refill. It's just a TP. So yeah, team's actually going for more points in Scatterblast than getting points in the Little Shredder.
Opting to go into the Scatterblast for more damage, like you said, right?
Yeah, and because he was laning against the Nature's Prophet. Let's see if he decides to use the arrow on a catapult. Catapult already half HP, so no point to do that. But you still need to be there, you know, just in case they rotate 1-2 heroes with the dragon form with the catapult. So this is how you play with the hero.
Joel in trouble. Scatterblast comes in. Elder Dragon form popped, and he'll pick up the illusion rune. Phase shift. Armel in some trouble. Illusory orb up onto the high ground. They get the kill there onto the Enchantress. They'll take what they get and leave.
I was a bit worried how much levels Void Spirit's gonna get, but he got a lot of levels on the bottom lane. There's the roll. This should be an easy one.
They've got the Blood Right down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Natsumi gets a kill there on a Bach when the supports leave, and you can put the aggression on. That's something that Neon always try to take advantage of, and they get the kill there real easily.
He didn't even use the second Astral Step. He understood. Because Enchantress was mostly like just trying to zone out Mirana, and that means Void Spirit got all the levels on the bottom lane. Like, he's pretty much the same level as the Dragon Knight, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, there's only a bit of experience behind. We're seeing a lot right now coming in from Natsumi, and I wonder how the build is, how it differs from potentially being mid, if at all. How Natsumi wants to try and play this. Because he can be involved pretty early on. Now, there's a lot of carries that have been getting picked, like Spectres, and that just, you know, you need to wait for a couple items. Here, I think Void Spirit, he can get like a Yules or something, be active immediately.
He's definitely, like, they are relying on putting the pressure. Like, now Nature's Prophet is level 6, so they have this global presence. You show up on a lane, the big ulti hits you. Let's see if they decide to use it. They already used it.
Yeah,
so.
Wrath of Nature comes in into the Dream Coil, but the Geomagnetic Rip is going to silence up the puck. I don't think it's going to be enough to save Bach, but oh, get some health back. Silence out on Natsumi. Bach is low, but he's certainly speedy enough to get out of the hands of Natsumi.
Oh yeah, that heal plus the stick actually kept him alive.
Was really close to dying there. I mean, they used Wrath of Nature. They came in with the Astral Step. They just didn't have enough damage.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's unfortunate for Neon, who made that rotation. However, still up 1,000 net worth.
Throw smoke from OB Neon. They're trying to make stuff happen on the mid lane. Dragon Knight still has like 20-25 seconds left on that Dragon form. They want to put some pressure, probably take the tower. Let's see if they can get a kill. Bok, half HP. This is going to be an easy one.
Dissimilate and the Astro Step again, the roll through. They'll get the kill on the Bok this time. Natsumi thrown over a tip. On top of that, they also get a tier 1. So they take out the tier 1 over mid. See how soon after they go for the top tier 1 to really try and shut down where Gabby's going to have any availability to farm.
Gabby has Mask of Madness done. He has Moonglaves maxed out, no points in Eclipse, just 1 point in Lucent Beam, so he just wants to hit the jungle creeps. He does not want to be anywhere close to the fight.
The seeds of fortune.
Both teams find Arcane Ring, which is still, you know, one of the strongest tier 1 items. You have the armor, you have the intelligence, like it just fits perfectly on a hero like Void Spirit. So you get the damage, you get a bit of an armor, you have mana regen coming up from it.
Now again, just getting spotted. He's got that illusory orb. Very slippy hero to deal with. We saw yesterday Luna almost single-handedly hold a game together.
Almost. This is what Luna does. She almost wins games.
We'll see if we have another scenario like that.
Tim, stop lane, slow. Yeah, Cookie will not save you there.
They've got the damage from Jonwell as well as the stun coming through from Yopaj. With the Breathe Fire, Yopaj has another. He'll take out Tim's.
I like the build on Yopaj. He wants to be able to tank up, goes for the hood first item. He understands all damage they got is magical pretty much until Luna starts to get some right clicks, but then you have your armor anyway. Like Rupture is okay, it's a pure damage, but as a Dragon Knight with hood, you don't care too much about it. It's not like you're gonna move. They have also no abilities that can move you, like they don't have Earth Spirit, they don't have Tiny, so it's just gonna be a Rupture. They also don't have a single ability that can break the coil.
Oh, and Neon are in a good spot. I agree. I like this hood pickup. They got up towards the top lane, took that tier 1. They're up 3K. They're keeping the game at their pace right now. For TNC, are they taking the right steps? Like, do you think that they are Rupture, Jonwell, TP, Blood Right? Is it going to be in time? The right click is anyway, so Bok gets the kill. That was a very ambitious TP out. They do get a pick off finally. And I was going to say, are TNC taking the right steps to evening this game out and, you know, even taking a lead?
They're making a lot of stacks for Luna. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of Ancients, which Luna can farm, but Neon, they're trying to make a move. They have vision. They plant another ward.
They look over and they find Gabby. They've got the ult in with the Astro Step in the Aether and in onto Gabby, enough to get the kill onto the Luna. They're going to look the other way. Bok, he just used Rupture onto Jonwell, so he doesn't have it available to try and chase this, but they do have the Dream Coil. The roll comes in and hits on a Tim's. Dream Coil onto 2 as well as the silence, but they're not following it up with much damage, and that Blood Right hits, but it doesn't do anything.
Laughing in Davion, dude. He's not receiving any kind of damage.
Mortimer's Kisses, Aether Remnant locks up the puck. They've got the roll. They'll get the kill on RML. They'll look for more, but Natsumi and PlayHard are in too far. The Mortimer's Kisses burn them out. Melt them down, and they wanted to go for the stack, but now you've given up too many lives. Rupture used, that's back off cooldown, missing
Cookie
the arrow.
on cooldown. So they
CTM
just TP out, like they're gonna TP out with everyone. It's still a decent trade for Neon. Like, they got the Luna first, they killed the puck, they lost Void Spirit, who is a core here, you know, he is their carry. But in this game, I feel like he's not gonna be, he's gonna be more type of an offlaner right now, because CTM, also known as Scam, will be the one taking over. I'll like his itemization. He's not gonna go for any like tanky type of a build. Instead, he just goes for the right click, Orchid done, into BKB.
They're going for Tim's, and Armel comes over. Scatterblast hits CTM as well as PlayHard. CTM needs to start to run. He's down to about half health, but they're jumping in with Natsumi. They've got the Aether Remnant onto the Luna. They might kill Gabby again with the Lucent Beam, but the damage out. Gabby's gone. Boomy might be next.
Oh.
He is. Wrath of Nature comes through. Jean-Well with the final shot that takes out Boomy, almost landing an Aether Remnant on Armel, which would have sealed his fate.
They're playing so aggressive. They invaded that triangle. They set up the vision. Look how many sentry wards they got. 1, 2. They dewarded the observer ward on the high ground to get rid of the vision. There's the Orchid reveal.
Got the Orchid on the
Puck is done. One more hit. So Puck needs to change his item build. He has Boots of Travel plus a Blink Dagger queued up at the moment. He's playing into 2 silences, so he needs to be able to survive. Like, this Orchid is just going to ruin his game.
This is not looking good for TNC.
And here we go. Yeah, he changes instantly to Yule Scepter. Because, like, you see this fast Orchid, you're like, if this happens one more time, I'm just not going to be able to scale.
Astral Step, Aether Remnant lands, CTM there ready to go with Natsumi. The right clicks are enough. Just barely, and they take another tier 1. Neon are playing their game right now, and they're succeeding on all fronts.
This is the way they played during the major. You know, they sometimes didn't have a real carry, but they put a lot of pressure. They were utilizing Nature's Prophet quite a lot. Now, once they get their BKBs up, like you get a BKB on a Dragonite, you get a BKB on your Nature's Prophet, they can't fight. Like, they just don't have any kind of damage. Luna, Dragonlance done, working towards a BKB. We still have not seen Eclipse yet, so like at least Lucent Beam is maxed out, so the damage from the Eclipse is gonna be there on the level 1 Eclipse though.
And look at how far ahead CTM is compared to the Luna. And he's just farming up so well. Almost at, he's getting towards that BKB.
Global presence, couple of kills, didn't die a single time, invaded the triangle where Luna was supposed to get the farm.
They're gonna roll. They want to go for Armel, knowing he just used the Illusory Orb, but they won't catch him. Natsumi has that Yule's. I would expect probably an Ags to come out next from him. With how grouped together these fights are, the silences could be massive.
Yeah, he has a way of dispelling things, the silence, buy some time with the Yule Scepter.
They're going to smoke, so CTM, he sits back. Obviously, he's got the global presence. He can TP in, use that Wrath of Nature the second they start to engage. Natsumi into the trees, avoids the Blood Right. Smoke ends up breaking.
They know.
And they see the Observer Ward get dropped and nobody there dropping them, so they get the information and they back away from him.
Like, Aghanim Scepter is really good, as you mentioned, on Void Spirit. I also wouldn't mind seeing maybe like Kaya Sanj as well. A bit status resistance against Puck Coil is always going to feel great. Like, depends who gets the first jump. Dragonite has a Blink Dagger right now, so they can Armel. Like, let's see if they find him.
In the trees, Treant searching. CTM searching. Sprout finds him. They've got the Orchid. This should be an easy kill. Armel caught. Armel killed. Well done again by Neon, now up 12-7 with a 4K lead.
Yopaj thought Puck is out, and he, you know, like, I could feel Armel after Dragonite pops the ulti, that sound, you're like, oh no, they found
broken. They've got the Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Aether Remnant. That's through on a Bach. The roll goes all the way through and hits on a Gabby with the Magnetize right on top of him. They might be able to catch him again. They use the Eclipse, but the roll out, the damage isn't there. They've got the Aether Remnant. The Lucent Beams are not enough. The Fire Snap Cookie doesn't stun enough of these heroes to keep him alive. And they'll get the kill on a Gabby. They've taken out 3. They look over at Tim's, who's trying to get away. Sprout pushes him further out. And now Mortimer's Kisses with the arrow.
Okay,
and now the Dream Coil,
that's a lot of damage with Veil, but he's still alive.
It's not enough damage. They've got the Geomagnetic Grip on the 2 once again. Boomy dead. Armel trying to do something. These heroes are surviving on Neon. They almost don't want to leave.
Like, Dragonite is a bit too tanky. You know, he has this hood, which I really like. If he didn't have hood, he would have died 2 times already.
Yep.
Now going into BKB, he understands, you know, most of their damage is magical. Once I get a BKB, they can't really touch me.
7K lead, just making it harder and harder for TNC to operate on the map.
Januel gets so much farm on this Enchantress. He's been involved in 8 kills, has a Glimmer Cape, has a Medallion. Like, he's pretty much the position 4 in this game.
It's something I noticed that there are a lot of times where he'll, like, form farm out of what seems to be nothing in a 5 position. It brings me back to that troll game he had in the first season, where eventually he had the
classic
Abyssal Blade.
position 5 troll.
Yeah. All of a sudden he had so much farm. Aether Remnant and the Orchid, they've got the Silence, Moonlight Shadow, not going to be enough.
No one has a dust. Look at it. Look at Nature's Prophet. He has a branch instead of a dust.
They're going to go with the arrow. They miss it. They rupture. They're really trying to go in on Natsumi. They'll lay down the Blood Right. He's still not dead. They've got the Orchid out onto the Mirana. Do they have the damage to keep alive Natsumi, who Boomy's just running in to try and get a kill there onto the Void Spirit?
He understood, you know, he's dead, but this deserves a tip. The way he played it, just walks in casually. He tries to get a kill on Natsumi, who had to dissimulate while he was ruptured and had a Yule Scepter to buy some time. Like, TNC is just not playing to win right now. They seem pretty lost, like what needs to be done. They're in a situation where they can't do much. You know, what you're trying to do right now is get some farm on Luna, get that BKB online.
Armel's caught. They've got the Aether Remnant, the Geomagnetic Grip, Silence Yules, Blood Right. He may survive this. Roll comes in, not going to land on Armel. He just gets away with a little help from his friends.
Yeah, that Yule Scepter kept him alive there. They definitely need to bring some detection, some dust, sentry wards. Playing against Mirana.
Yeah, CTM, he gets rid of the branch, but he's got Blitz Knuckles, so he's going into something. That slot is taken. Aether Remnant, Rod of Atos comes in onto Natsumi. Astral Step into the trees, he'll TP out. The Lucent Beam, though, CTM is in too far. They've got the dust, they're ready for the Glimmer Cape, but do they have the damage to follow this up? Fire Snap Cookie, that's really not on the mark at all. BKB's been popped by CTM as that Dream Coil comes in and he'll TP away.
The biggest opponent of TNC seems to be the 100 gold item, also known as TP Scroll, where they just managed to TP out multiple times so far.
Who would win? 5 heroes or a TP Scroll?
Even though they have like a decent amount of TP canceling abilities, it's just they're not around or they're on cooldown. Because you have like Puck, Coil, you have Yule Scepter, Beam, Atos, Cookie, Arrow, like all this stuff cancels the TP, but seems like they can just TP out and they do not want to be out of position to put themselves in a bad spot, possibly die just to cancel out the TP.
John putting some solo pressure on top. He hasn't made this medallion into a crest just yet.
You need to, you know, slow down a bit. It's supposed to be a position 5 Enchantress. 21 minutes in, you can't have like 10,000. Yeah.
God, that, you know you're having a good game too when you've got that much gold. He just feels so good as a 5.
He's gonna get it, you know. He's getting close. Just needs to farm 200 gold.
Natsumi taking his farm. Ridiculous. I can't believe he would do that. That's where you ping just the Windlace left. Need 200 gold to finish Solar Crest like 100 times. Carry just comes in, steals your wave.
The prize is mine.
I mean, if you're that close, he can leave a couple of CS. He's, you know, not that close to his axe.
Oh, well.
It's not like he needs 300
Rod of
gold.
Atos, Dust. He's got the Nature's
And
Attendant.
now you start pinging, because you died. You tried to find some farm at that part of the map, but you couldn't find it.
You say he died.
Like, he's gonna get ruptured.
TP
Like,
out?
they need damage.
All right. Thought the TP Scroll would be back at it again with the white vans, but
Nice
instead
sidestep.
they do get the kill on to Janwell. He avoids the arrow. Tim's Magnetize placed on him once again. Scatterblast, Yopaj trying to chase. Breathe Fire, and Tim survives with 30 health, going into the trees, but he can't juke Yopaj. He's now got the BKB. If he had just TP'd out there on the Enchantress.
That would be hype.
They couldn't right-click him.
It's level 2 ulti. 160 attack slow. Bottom.
Orchid on Armel. They had the silence on both the Nature's Prophet as well as Natsumi.
Oh, that was so nicely played by Natsumi. He understands, you know, I'm not gonna go use a Yule Scepter or use my Remnant. I know that we can just bring you down, that if you use Yule Scepter to dispel the silence, you will set things up for the possible Remnant, and then you're just straight up dead.
And he's only 1,000 gold away from that axe. So
Yeah, because he's stealing gold from Enchantress, no wonder.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Who now has the Solar Crest getting delivered? Delayed because of Void Spirit, of course. So they're going to go for Roche, or at least they're in the pit with Yopaj and Jeanwell, who is tanking the right click, or the attacks from Roche that take a while.
My sprites are with us.
See if the damage comes out. They've got the arrow, Blood Right, Mortimer's Kisses all through onto the Earth Spirit. They just don't have the damage to finish these heroes off, so now...
Gabby needs to be careful. Like, he's toying with him. Like, if he gets stunned pre-BKB, they can just burst him.
Is under attack.
Arrow again. Range creep value. Go after Gabby. They've got the Dragon Tail on him. Magnetize plays down. Look at the damage going out of Gabby. They've popped the BKB, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. It's a 4-man Dream Coil that might keep the team standing for a moment. But the question is it worth it? I mean, they lose Gabby. They get a good Dream Coil. There's nothing to follow it up. The Dragon Tail still comes out onto Armel, and they have the damage. They'll take out this puck. Everything has continued to go right for
Yeah,
Neon.
not sure what the plan there was with Luna. Like, she goes in and tries to play around with the Davion. He manages to get a blink stun. Like, even if Earth Spirit connects to roll, it's still going to give Dragonite enough time to react, close the gap, get another stun, and just bring you from 100 to 0 in a second. Like, BKB was used, but then you still need to run away. You're not going to use the Eclipse. And you can see, like, Puck with the coil, they don't care too much about it. They're just going to stand their ground. Dragonite getting closer to level 18, has a BKB done, working towards AC. Also, Aghanim Scepter completed on Void Spirit. I hear a BKB.
Yeah, CTM using his BKB.
Dire are scattered.
DK didn't use his BKB in that last fight.
No, he didn't use a BKB at all so far. Just saving the charges for the next game. Next game, he shows up, 18-second BKB first fight.
How's that even balanced?
He's gonna go for the jump. Armel.
He's in trouble. Wrath of Nature coming in, and they've got the silence. They'll get the kill. Armel is a glorified creep, it feels like at this point, with how easily they've been able to kill him. He's 2-6 and 5. It's unfortunate that things have just kind of spiraled out for TNC. This isn't as close of a game as I thought it might be, but
They found Void Spirit, who has Aegis. Like, he will gladly take this fight. He has AoE silence charges.
He's got the Aether Remnant on the Bach. On the other side of the fight, they hit the silence onto the Mirana. CTM is taunting while fighting. They haven't killed anybody just yet, but you go after Natsumi. He was happy to take that fight, and he doesn't even die for it. CTM, who has BKB.
Oh, that's nicely done, but he's super tanky. 2.2k HP. They just don't have enough damage. Like,
No.
This game, if they want to win it, I feel they need to somehow, you know, get some items on Luna.
Ooh, they have found themselves Bach.
Neutral
But the
creep
neutrals,
just
they have their
comes
second
in.
kill. They're almost on a killing spree.
Exactly.
They're close.
So yeah, Luna needs to get some damage item. I see Manta style, Satanic. It's tankiness, but I don't know if you want to go that route. I feel like maybe you need to invest more. They still didn't lose any of the tier 3 towers, so that's a good thing. But you know, next Roche will respawn in possibly 6 minutes. They still have 3 minutes to work with this Aegis. So if they don't go for the high ground push, you will eventually get the items.
Shard next. You can see who that goes on if they get to that point. Gabby getting harassed here. Fire Snap Cookie does land the creep right on top of Yopaj, but there's, again, no follow-up. He's going into the AC. It's already picked up that Hyper Stone.
Just gonna give them a bit more damage, more bit minus armor on the towers, and just tank up the whole team against the Luna and the bounces. Now Luna's 0-4-0. She's actually not playing the game.
Almost 300 CS. There it is.
It's one of the worst feelings. You check the scoreboard, you see your carry hero has not been involved in a single kill.
Dude, don't queue for carry ever again. What are you doing?
Play position
Uninstall.
5.
Reported.
Just try to be creative with the insults.
People have bad games. People
They do.
just don't
They do.
recognize it.
I mean, we've all been in this situation where you feel like,
gosh.
no matter where you show, you're gonna get found. The rest of the team don't have heroes that can play that aggressively. Scan connects. Radiant knows something is up.
They want to go for the Enchantress, but that always feels like a really bad idea with how hard it is to kill Janwell. They have the Yules that hits onto Tims. The roll
He
goes
rolls
under
with
him.
Rupture. Still doesn't die. That was like max distance roll.
Would you
with
like some
Rupture.
movement speed, Bloodseeker? Here you go.
Obi and Neon, they're just styling on TNC in this first game. AC done. Dragonite level 19.
Dragon Tail out. And they'll get another one on the Boomy. But again, Yopaj, she doesn't care. He's very tanky, he's very survivable, he soaks up all this damage. They've got the Aether Remnant on a Bach, but you know, pull back on the reins a little bit. Don't dive into the well or anything that might get you or give TNC another opportunity here.
Like, this is it. They could potentially like lose a fight and might GG out because like they don't have enough damage. Their heroes literally take 0 damage from the spells that they got.
I don't have buyback on Luna, so if Gabby dies, that's pretty much it. Got Daedalus next for the Nature's Prophet. That's what I expected to, seeing that Nature's Prophet and seeing how they've gone after this. Roll in, a little bit short of Bach, gets hit with the Rupture once again. The Dream Coil comes through on the 2. Playhard pops the BKB. Gabby going in with the BKB and the right clicks. Gets himself a kill into Playhard, but they lose Armel, and Gabby's on the run. That BKB is about to wear out. When you don't have that BKB, it's not looking likely they're going to feel confident in fighting. The Rod of Atos comes through with the BKB, pop by CTM. They'll go after these racks.
Aegis ran out. They got what they came for. Lose only Earth Spirit. Like, even Earth Spirit has a BKB at this point, so they lost 2 melee barracks, 1 range barracks. They don't necessarily need to go in and close out the game. They can just try to choke them out for the next few minutes until the second rush respawns. Jump on a mid lane.
Just going after Boomy and making it easy to get the kill.
It's looking spicy.
23,000 net worth lead here for Neon. Being methodical about finishing this one off. They'll head towards bottom, get themselves the megas, do their thing.
If they want to go, if they feel like they can close out this game, which I think they can, but the safer play would be just wait for the Roche.
Natsumi. He's going to find Gabby, but he's also going to find Tims and Bach. He's trying to survive. The roll is in. He's been ruptured. The Magnetize is down. They get the kill into Gabby Bach as well as Tims is looking likely. They will lose Natsumi, but it's well worth it in the end when it's a 3-for-1. Natsumi giving up a 7 times kill streak over to the Puck. About 700 gold there. Arrow misses. Playhard rolling in.
Again, no detection. Buyback from Snapfire, bottom lane. CTM just going ham on these buildings.
Yeah. They're going to go and get Mega Creeps. There's no way to stop this. The Dream Coil comes in, but you don't have your Luna, so you're throwing down this Dream Coil. You're trying to deter them from finishing your base off, but it's just not going to happen. They'll get the kill there on the Tims. Their call finally comes out as they will call GG, and Neon will take game number 1.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's just completely one-sided. The Neon in full control. Bottom lane didn't go as expected as they should. Like, top lane also got a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Dragonite was staying ahead of the puck, and they just snowballed. Like, once that Nature's Prophet hits level 6, they start to play more aggressively on the side lanes, on the mid lane.